Let's go. Will we have SkyHigh, the newcomer to Chord Cup, taking the crown, or will we have a back-to-back winner defending his third title? Let's see. Grand Pog Finals.
That's a Komodo. I would never pog him. All right, the number 1 seed versus the number 3 seed.
The grand final, we're starting with intermediate as usual. Boru immediately goes in the lead.
Solid 3-second lead in the first game.
Telling you, him being warmed up after the previous games might play a huge part here. SkyHigh taking very long to finish the game. Boru now with the 8-second lead.
I have Boru a game behind on my end, so maybe he did a early reset, or is it decent?
Oh, you're right, actually. He's a
Big
game
blast.
behind.
SkyHigh with
He
the
must
blast.
have had a
2
blast
blasts.
at some point.
It was on the first
they're on
game.
the
He
same board?
reset right at the end, so he may
Yeah.
have done an early reset on that one because he was on 0.
Oh, he's done that
so,
once already this tournament.
Yeah.
Might have happened again, yeah. So now that actually SkyHigh with about a 10-second lead now. And they're even on boards. SkyHigh now on the next board.
SkyHigh up by 7 seconds here. Players are on the same boards.
Boru has a late blast. That's not gonna do him any favors with another blast. Really gonna struggle to pull this back now.
Be a very difficult road ahead for Boru.
Hey, low 3BP board though. Still SkyHigh ahead by a full game.
SkyHigh in the very last game. Well, there's 7. Boru starting their last game as well. SkyHigh is almost finished theirs.
And SkyHigh takes
did.
the win in the first round.
SkyHigh looking to close this out as quick as possible. So hopefully wants to go to bed as soon as he can, so he would love to not have to go to the second round.
Boru gets to counterpick at this point to win.
Yeah. I wonder if Boru is overestimating SkyHigh's pace maybe because the so many blasts from Boru on flagged games is unusual. Maybe he's playing a bit faster than he should be.
Boru decides that they're just to run intermediate back.
Interesting decision, having just lost on this exact board.
Boru can keep the blast down. They have a very good shot. SkyHigh looks like maybe an early lead here, but very close, very close. Oh.
Nope, SkyHigh has a very late game blast.
Boru, very big lead here.
So this is now the opposite of the previous round. Boru just needs to keep the lead, not make any mistakes.
Still working on their very first board. Boru working on board number 3.
Was that just a power move by Boru just to pick intermediate again? Despite losing on it? Just to show the confidence, and now he's crushing it.
Yeah, Boru might have just been unhappy with the way they played the first one. Boru, very late blast. Still big lead though.
Still big lead, but this shows now that SkyHigh perhaps shouldn't have given up this early in the round. Could have been closer now, but unfortunately had another blast. It's not looking good for them.
Yeah, I think we've seen a
It's
few
very
times
difficult.
now when like one player has a lead, the other one tries to play catch up, and then they just keep blasting, and it's the advantage just snowballs over and over.
Yeah,
You go from one
I was
ahead
gonna
to
say
like
that
2 to 3.
it's very difficult to stay close behind someone when you fall behind. It's very tempting then to just rush, try to catch up, which often results in more mistakes.
SkyHigh maybe just take a moment to collect themselves, letting Boru take it.
Right, so now we have 1-all, and each of them has won their intermediate round. Wonder what will
Do
be
we think
SkyHigh's pick
SkyHigh
now?
picks it? To win this set, Boru does need to beat SkyHigh on their counter pick at some point.
Okay, we're
SkyHigh
moving up
picks
to expert now.
I feel like this is probably a mode where I expect both players to do pretty well. Like, it's probably SkyHigh's best mode, but then also Boru's best mode. So I don't know if it's necessarily the best counter pick, but I can understand this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Both of them have very similar playstyles and excel at very similar modes. So far, very even. So SkyHigh has left an unsolved area on the left side of the board, so that's not very optimal pathing.
Boru had a bit of a lead, but they took a bit of an inefficient path there.
I think Boru is in the lead now because SkyHigh will have to go back to the other section.
Boru leading, but not commandingly. Needs to find the last cells. Boru up by
So
only
about
3
a
seconds.
3-second, yes.
Could be the momentum shift that Boru needs to win this first set and get the bracket reset.
Yep, right now he's still in the lead. And what I'm noticing just from their games, their clicking speed and their solving paces might be very close, but Boru tends to choose slightly better paths of how to solve the board. And that results in him
Boru
leading
wins.
and winning.
Boru wins SkyHigh's counter pick.
Steals the counter pick advantage. We'll wonder, will SkyHigh choose to run it back or
This
go
is
for something else?
massive for Boru.
Let's see, will SkyHigh go with expert again now? That would echo with what Boru did with intermediate counter pick. Or will he change it up? No, yeah, he goes with expert 2 again.
Okay, run it back. Both
Very
players have
interesting strategy
decided
here.
to run back the modes they previously lost on, so see how that works out in this case.
Yeah, let's see, will this be a power move by SkyHigh as well? Or will Boru win it with this round actually? Then he'll have to play again, of course, because SkyHigh is still undefeated in the winner's bracket. Very close game so
Maybe-
far.
Yeah, I can't tell who's even leading. Thought it was Boru, but now I think it's SkyHigh.
I think so. I think SkyHigh has a slightly better approach for this board.
Boru taking the time to do the tees at the bottom. That might cost him a couple seconds.
Right, well, SkyHigh, because of different pathing, had a much easier time with the bottom section.
SkyHigh leading
Now
by 2 seconds going into their second board.
Now we need to see some serious speed from Boru.
Really hope we just get to see a neck and neck finish with no blasts here. Boru looking very strong though.
Oh, there we go. SkyHigh has a blast after all. So now Boru just... SkyHigh was in the lead up to that point, but now Boru just needs to finish the game.
Very difficult section here, but Boru has all the time in the world for it.
Oh, nice pseudo 50-50 for the end as well.
Boru blasts! SkyHigh with a huge lead.
It looks like Boru had the opportunity to go for the mine count and decided not to go for it.
Yeah, he didn't find a hidden cell somewhere.
I think there's a mine count
SkyHigh
situation
leading
he
by more than 20
blasted on,
seconds at this point.
and there was a high mine count he guessed, I think. That's what it looked like.
There we go,
SkyHigh
so
takes
SkyHigh...
it 2-2.
Man, what is
Boru
this
had the
game,
momentum in their
honestly?
favor.
SkyHigh won the initial intermediate round. Boru counterpicked intermediate and then won it back. Then they moved on to expert, which Boru won as well. And then SkyHigh counterpicked expert and won on it again. Now it's 2-all. I was saying earlier that all of the tournament was scripted with the seeding playing out perfectly now, but this thing you couldn't possibly script.
I didn't even see Boru counterpicking intermediate, but looks like we're going back to standard intermediate.
Due to an early blast, they're now solving different boards. Boru had a slight pause, but finishes it quicker than SkyHigh.
Boru with the 2-second lead here.
Looks like he'll be extending the lead after this game. It is now about 4 seconds. Boru also has a favorable, quite low 3BP board, it seems.
Players playing the same board for a couple seconds here. Boru leading by about half a board. SkyHigh blast again. This is very good for Boru.
Boru now only has 2 boards to go. And can really take his time with them.
SkyHigh blast. They still need 3. Boru basically just needs 1. Boru working on their last board here.
Looks like a SkyHigh has given up. He's handing Boru the victory in this one.
Boru starting with a loss, but getting the bracket reset. We're going to see another match between these two players.
Close game, worthy of the grand final, but it is Boru who wins it, 3-2. Now we'll be having essentially a rematch immediately because SkyHigh was the one who was in the winner's bracket, and since this is a double elimination tournament, Boru now has to eliminate SkyHigh again
So this
in
is
order
a
to.
repeat of the last Chord Cup. Boru once again coming in from the losers bracket, getting the repeat. And then last time he went on to win against Scar. We'll see if he can do the same thing against SkyHigh. Become a 3-time champion. Or will SkyHigh, come back, get the win in the reset, and become the champion. Let's see what happens. If players want to take a bit of a break before going again, they can, but they're also free to just hop right into it, so up to them. Give the man a piss break, yeah.
It looks like it's going to be a 3-minute break.
Okay. 3 minutes. Oh. Who are people predicting to win?
Are you asking the viewers in the chat or us? Because I haven't got a clue anymore. Like up to the top 6, the tournament was playing out pretty much exactly as expected. But now, like, it's all over the place. We've had Boru lose, go out to losers bracket, then come back very strong with 2 clean sweeps. And now you defeat SkyHigh, who was undefeated up to this point, and until the very grand final. See some comments from the viewers that they think Boru is going to win. It is right now 6 a.m. for SkyHigh, and it is 11 p.m. for Boru. SkyHigh has essentially been playing all night.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
This 3-minute break might be the biggest minesweeper break SkyHigh has ever taken in their life.
Okay, that should be a prediction up. I haven't been doing predictions for other rounds.
Oh, we have a prediction.
Yeah. SkyHigh or Boru?
Okay. I'm going all in with my points.
We'll get a feel for who the audience is confident. We have more points on our Boru, so I think it's fair, but I don't think it should be a 10-1 difference, so probably getting a few more SkyHigh points.
Now it's 80-20.
Mm. 10,000.
They're also playing for $80 as well. The winner of the tournaments gets $80
Yeah.
and the second place gets 45.
Yep.
In addition to some mine coins on minesweeper.
Yeah, there's
online.
like 2 million mine or something, like almost enough for perfect. So, which I think SkyHigh probably cares more about than Boru. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know if Boru does like any meta stuff on one, but so who's spending?
In a way, both of them are underdogs now because Boru has come back with a strong finish from the loser bracket, and SkyHigh has lost the first match of the grand final. Now we're having a rematch.
Looks like they're playing.
Yeah, I think Boru has a bit of momentum going into this final set, but we'll see.
The moment Boru also has the momentum with solving this board, he takes an early lead, just of around a second actually. Very strong finish from SkyHigh on that board.
They got him misclicked, but got away with it. Boru has a blast.
So now SkyHigh will be leading by around half a game. Yeah, about a 10 to 11 second lead from SkyHigh.
Will Boru try to put on the speed, or are they going to hope for a mistake from SkyHigh?
I think he has to do both, and they both make mistakes almost at the same time. So that shouldn't affect the gap between them too much.
Boru leading by about 3-4 seconds. Both players need 3 more boards.
Boru definitely now going full speed, extending the lead to around 9 seconds. Trying to leave no chances for SkyHigh, but at the same time has to be cautious of misclicks.
Boru on their last board here, and it looks like a pretty good one.
Yep, SkyHigh also started last board, although Boru is about to finish it. Boru takes the win.
All right, now SkyHigh is the one that's playing from behind at the very start. They're going to have to win one of Boru's counter picks.
SkyHigh opts for expert. One thing for sure is we're not going to be seeing any NF rounds in this final. Possibly maybe not even any beginner rounds. Seems like both players are very confident with playing intermediate and expert. Boru blasted his game, but it's still fairly early on. Now SkyHigh with a
SkyHigh
much
failed.
later blast.
Yep, SkyHigh playing about 10 seconds down.
And they're playing the same board, essentially in the same place, but not
No.
anymore because SkyHigh had another blast.
35-second lead.
Very comfortable lead from Boru. If he saw that SkyHigh blasted, he should be now playing very cautiously and just taking this round home, which would put him 2 up, and we could perhaps be seeing the next match as the final match of the tournament.
Boru gets their first board done. SkyHigh only about halfway done with theirs. They are playing the same board now.
SkyHigh likely needs a mistake from Boru, even though he is speeding very quickly through this board. While Boru is taking his time, but SkyHigh has a very late blast at the very end of the board. It looks like he gives up the round to Boru.
Looks like we got about
SkyHigh
20 seconds left in this. Boru's
Yeah,
going to
but
be leading
SkyHigh
by 2.
is not starting the second game. Well, he's starting now. Maybe reconsidering his choices. Shouldn't have given up so soon. But Boru takes the
Boru
win.
takes the second point.
Boru goes up 2-0 in the final round of the tournament. So now
Now this is the most important counter pick. SkyHigh opts to go for an F. Actually, yeah, we could have seen this coming because SkyHigh has both of them have pretty high PBs on an F.
Yeah.
Both of them also tend to misclick.
I think we've seen so far Boru struggling with the no flag a lot more in the previous rounds, so
Yes.
I expect this to possibly
Yes.
go well for SkyHigh, but you know.
Could be the last set here, but I think SkyHigh has a very solid chance to win this, but they'll have to win 2 of Boru's counter picks after.
See, so now solving pace from both of them is very fast, and Boru even solves this board first, is ahead right now. The misclick could happen at any moment. There's the misclick, but it's not from Boru, it's from SkyHigh. So Boru is now
Luckily,
in
it
the
wasn't
lead by
too
about 10
far.
seconds.
Second blast from SkyHigh.
SkyHigh really did not see it going this way when he picked an F as a counter pick to Boru. I'm sure he was expecting not a fairly easy victory, but a strong chance at a victory.
Could still see a lot of variance in the no flag here. SkyHigh trailing about 1 board.
Boru so far, no mistakes on an F. Seems like he's not making them when it matters most. On to the final game. Now for Boru and SkyHigh is still a few games behind.
The defending
And there we go.
Wins.
We have the same champion for the second time in a row. Congratulations, Boru, on winning
Can't be
your
stopped.
3rd Chord Cup title.